Hi, boys and girls. Today's Thursday, March the 26th, 2020. I've put the date up at the top. I need you to go ahead and put your name at the top of your paper. I did send this test to your parents through Dojo, and they can do a snapshot of it or a screenshot of it and print it for you if you have a printer. If you don't have a printer, I guess you just have to write out the things that you're going to have to do, like you'll see as we're going through, okay? So let's go over this section. As when we're in class together, I usually like to go over the instructions or the directions with you and remind you of what is expected. I do want to remind you that you need to you can use your chapter review that we did yesterday, and you can also go back into the chapter and look at any rules or any of the helpful hints to help you remember this. But I do want to remind you that it is your test, and I'm asking for you to complete the test yourself, okay? So, but you can definitely go back into the book and use your resources there. So section A says, underline the verb twice. What is a verb? A verb is a word that shows action, like jump or sing or carry or something like that. That's a verb. So when you look at the first one, the snow leopard lives in the Himalayan mountains, find the word that shows action and underline it twice. Then when you have done that, there's two things that you need to do. Underline the verb twice, and then you have to decide, is that verb in this sentence something that is happening right now in the present? Is it something that has happened in the past? Or is it something that's going to happen in the future? Write present, past, or future on this line. So that's how you do sections 1 through 4. I'm going to scroll down and we're going to do section B. It says, write the correct present tense verb form to complete each sentence. Remember, present, I kind of circled this section because I want to remind you that it's present tense. It's something that's happening now. So number 5 through 8, you need to decide, read the sentence, the snow leopard, and it has to sound like it's happening right now. You're going to use the word share, and it's got to, you may have to put an ending on the end of it and to make this make sense. But it has to sound like it's happening now. So the snow leopard, characteristics with domestic cats. So that's what you're going to do through number 8. Then we're going to look at section C. This says, write the correct past tense. So everything in this section, 9 through 12, is going to sound like it's already happened. You may have to put an ending on it. You may have to actually change it to a different form of that verb, but everything has to sound like it's already happened in the past. The next section we're going to spend a little bit more time on because this is the section that would give you a little bit more, maybe possibly more difficult time. It says, put a parentheses around the prepositional phrase. A prepositional phrase, I did the first one for you. So, like of the smaller large cats, snow leopards are some of the smaller large cats. If you'll remember, prepositions show position. I drew a car, and you could be in the car, you could be over the car, you could be in front, you could be behind the car, you could go through the car, you could be under the car. All of those are prepositions. There's a couple of weird ones like of, to, and for. I'm going to erase those now. So, but when you mark your prepositions, your prepositional phrases, that is, it helps to alleviate, or it gets rid of some part of the sentence that you don't really have to concentrate on that much. So right now we're just looking at snow leopards or some. Now you have to decide, write the sentence pattern. Is this an SV pattern, which that would be a subject with a regular action verb? Or could it be a subject with an action verb and something following? Like, for example, Mom fixed dinner. Mom would be your subject, fixed would be your verb, and dinner would be the direct object that she did. She fixed. Or you could have the sentence patterns where you have a linking verb. Well, a linking verb does not show action. It's a state of being. Like, it links the subject to being something else. Is the subject, like if I said, Mom is sweet. Well, mom would be your subject, is would be the linking verb, and sweet is an adjective. It describes her. Or you could have a subject, a linking verb, and a noun. Mom is my friend. Okay? So mom could be your subject, is a linking verb, and friend is a noun. So it would be a predicate noun. So I went over that section just to kind of help you with this. I don't want you to get really confused. This is a little bit confusing, so that's why I put a little bit more time into it. Let's flip our page over. And let's look at the top section. E says underline the subject once. Underline the subject once. Subjects usually are at the beginning of the sentence, before the main verb. It's not necessarily the very first word, but it's at the beginning of the sentence somewhere. Okay, so you underline the subject once. There's two things you have to do. Underline the subject once, and then the second section says underline the correct helping verb twice. Well, we're going to underline the helping verb twice because it's helping this main verb, and it's underlined twice already. So the helping verb is going to be underlined just like the main verb. So you have to decide which helping verb helps the main verb. Okay, so now let's go to section F. Complete each sentence using the correct form of the verb. We had the cubs through a hidden camera in the den. So you're going to have to this is not hard. You just have to read through it and decide which one makes sense. Okay, so now let's go to section G. It says, underline twice the perfect tense verb in each sentence. TJ had walked 3 miles. Okay, when you underline the perfect tense, you're going to be underlining 2 words. You're going to be underlining the helping verb and the main verb. So you're underlining twice the perfect tense. It's going to be 2 words that you're underlining. And then let's get to the very end, and we're in section H. It says, make a new word by adding a prefix or a suffix to the base word. This is the base word. So you're going to add something at the beginning or something at the end to fit the meaning in each sentence. Okay, so I've been teaching this subject for several years in 5th grade, and this is the section that I remember from year to year. Some people having a confusing time with. Let me just explain this, okay? Mom said it would be to take everything with us when we moved. Okay, so think of your mom. She's like looking at all the stuff that you have accumulated over the years, and she's like, oh, we just cannot take all this stuff with us when we move. That would be so. You're going to have to add something. I'll give you a hint. It's at the beginning. It's a prefix. It would be, she does not want you to. She thinks that would be the wrong decision to take everything. She wants to get rid of some stuff. So I'm trying to give you a hint, okay? Number 31, she thought that a garage sale might be, here's the word. You're going to look at the word help. This is the base word, and you're going to say, she thought that a garage sale might be to get rid of some of that stuff. Okay? And then 32, Dad actually found a blank for his old tool set. So I'm going to explain this one too. Dad's at the garage sale. There's some men walking around the garage sale. They're looking around, and one of them is really, really looking at his old tool set. And Dad's like, oh, I think I actually found a for my old tool set. So you're going to use this base word by, and you're going to put something with it to make a new word. And then the very last one, we blank sold 2 lawn chairs, an armoire, and a bookshelf. So you're going to put something like a suffix or prefix with this base word and make a new word, and it's going to make sense. So I hope this explanation or this little description through and reminder through the test helped you. Good luck, and I'll talk to you later, okay? Thanks.